Students, how are you all? I hope you are fine. I would like to welcome all dear students, 5th B1 and B2 to our online class teaching. This is subject Social Studies and we are in session 10. Okay students, I am so happy to see you through this online classes. Today we are going to revise. So far we have finished 4 lessons. Yes or no? Yes. And we have started with 5th lesson. Okay. For your exam, I am going to ask first 4 lessons. Shall we revise that? Okay. You might be thinking what I will study for the revision. Now, first of all, you should know what is the lesson number 1. The important one we will revise today. Lesson number 1 is, what's the title? Know your planet. Know your planet. Lesson number 1. Okay. In that we learned about the planet. What is our planet? Earth. We learned about our Earth, and also we know what is globe. That is lesson number 1. If you go the next lesson, what's the next lesson title? Parallels and meridians. Parallels and meridians. This is also we have revised and we have written test. This lesson says about North Pole, South Pole, equator, how the equator divides the earth. Okay, how the earth goes around the sun, what are the changes that takes place, that and all we read in this lesson, we learned it. Yes or no? Okay. In this lesson, we will concentrate mostly on the parallel lines and meridian lines. Parallel lines, you see the diagram in page number 15. Meridian lines, that we call it as a longitude line, that is page number 17. That is all about lesson number 2. Now, what is there in lesson number 3? Okay, who will tell me the title of the lesson 3? Lesson 3, it says about movements. Says about the movements of the earth. What are the movements? The movement of the earth. How earth moves. In this lesson, do you recall? I have told you 2 main words that you should remember for this lesson to understand. That is rotation and revolution. Rotation and revolution. How earth rotates. And then how earth revolves around the sun. That is there. And we also came across seasons. We also came across what? Season. In 3rd lesson also we started about season. What are the seasons that we have? Summer, autumn, winter, spring, etc. The 2 main words in 3rd lesson, that is revolves and rotates. Earth revolves around the sun. This is sun. Okay. Earth revolves around the sun. Okay. And then earth rotates around the sun. Now what's the meaning of revolves? To revolves means to move or turn in a circle. That earth moves, okay, moves and turns around sun, that revolves. Rotate means move or turn around sun, that is rotate. Revolve means earth goes around the sun in a circle around the sun. It goes following the central point. Here the central point. Okay. For example, in earth we have central point, right? With that, you remember equator divides the earth in equal parts. How the earth goes around the sun, that is called revolves, following the central points. That is all about lesson number 3. You all understand? Okay. In lesson number, when you go to, even in lesson number 3, remember that we have this main picture, that is the 4 positions that is called about the four positions of the earth, how it rotates. While rotating in each circle, in each places, what are the changes, the climate changes, the season changes taking place. Okay, you need to learn this diagram very well. Okay students, now when you turn your book to the next lesson, what's the next lesson? Lesson number 4. What's the title of the lesson number 4? As we all know, major landforms. Yes, we have learned, yes or no students? Right, we have learned, completed lesson number 4, major landforms. Now tell me the answers. What are the major landforms? Plateaus, and then lowlands, mountains, deserts, plain areas, rivers. These are called what? Major landforms. Okay, in this mainly these are the things that we have concentrated, like in mountain, how the shape of the mountain look, the peak of the mountain, the conical shape, you all remember? Okay, and then when we talk about plateaus, that is called the tableland, and then plain land is very useful for cultivation, irrigation, and also most of the cities, towns located in plain lands only. In every way, plain land convenience for everyone to stay happily. And also if you talk about deserts, deserts are very hot and very frequent dust storms will be there, and then hills of sand called sand dunes. Do you all recall that? Daytime very hot and nighttime it is very cold. Yes, this is all about deserts. And the major deserts are Kalahari Desert, Sahara Desert, and so on. Okay, now when we talk about rivers, rivers have 3 main courses: upper course, middle course, lower course. In upper course, where the rivers start from the mountain, from the streams, that is called upper course. And then when the water reaches to the plain areas, that is called middle course. And all the collected water finally go and reach to the ocean, seas, that is called lower course. Okay, these waters are used for cultivation, and the lower course waters are used for delta. We call it as delta because from everywhere it comes and reaches to the final place. Got it? This is lesson number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 we have revised. Now look at your book as we are yet to complete lesson number 5. Though lesson number 5 is not coming for exam, but as we have started that lesson, we will complete it today. So turn your book to page number lesson 5, page number 32. We have started lesson number 5. The title is called what? Weather and climate. As I have showed you, what is weather? The condition of the climate, and then air pressure, and then is the condition of humidity, wind. This all called weather. Climate is the day-to-day changes in our atmosphere. Okay, that is called climate. Now tell me quickly, we'll revise what are the main in this lesson. What are the main 3 seasons? Yes, summer, winter, monsoon. Summer is very hot, monsoon we receive lots of rain, and then winter we feel very cold. In each month, particular months, all season changes. According to the changes of the weather, we like to dress up, and we like to grow crops according to the this is all about 3 main seasons that we have learnt in the previous class. And I also showed you how the sun rays hit on the earth, on the north pole, south pole, and near the equator places. Sun rays will be more as the earth moves around the sun. This is, you remember? Okay, finally in this lesson I would like to revise this also. I have told you this is very important. So, 7 major climatic regions. How many climatic regions are there? The 7 major climatic regions. And I have showed you with which color, very hot regions, very cold regions. Some places are hot as well as wet. Some places are cold as well as wet. And some places are warm plus wet. Okay, this is in lesson number 5. To complete our lesson 5, turn your book to page number 34. Page number 34. Look at your book now. Now look at your book, page number 34 it is. It's about height above the sea level, that is altitude. Height above the sea level. Height above the sea level means the places on the hillside. Hillside means mountain areas like Shimla, Nainital and Ooty are very cool even in summer, right? Most peaks in the Himalayas are covered with snow and ice even during summer. During summer also in Himalayas used to be covered with snows. Okay? And those places are above the sea level. Okay, those places are situated on the mountain hill areas. This shows that places located at higher altitudes are colder than those at lower altitudes, even if they are situated on the same latitude. This means the places near the hills and the places on the hills are very cold when we compare with the places on the lowland. Okay, during the summer also used to be cold. When we compare these two areas, the places on the mountain areas are very colder than the other places. That is called above the sea level. And then next, we should know the distance from the sea. The places near the hostel have a moderate climate. You all feel right? Those who are staying near the hostel areas. Hostel areas means near the beaches, seas and all. Those places have moderate climate. It is neither too hot nor too cold. The climate is moderate. It is not very cold. It is not very hot also. Mild climate will be there. This is why this is due to the effect of sea breeze. From the seashore we get wind, right? So it is not very cold also, it is not very heat also. Water bodies heat up and cool down at a slower rate than the land. Near the coastal areas we get heat also as well as cold wind also will come. So the climate, what happens? It becomes moderate. In summer, therefore what happens? Let's see. The sea is cooler than the land. So during the summer time, the coastal areas, the sea, that is very cooler. Okay. Then the land means the plain areas. Air over the sea is cooler than the over the land. Okay. This cool air is called what? Sea breeze. It blows from the sea to the land. How we get the wind? It starts to the seashore side, then it comes to the land side, making the land also cooler. In winter, what happens? In winter, the opposite happens and the land become warmer. During the winter time, the land become warmer, and then the places away the sea do not get sea breeze. Okay, during the winter time, the places which are away from the sea breeze, those places will not get more cold, like sea breeze wind will not come. So they are extremely hot in summer. Now you know why the places away from the sea we feel very hot and very cold in the winter. Such climate is called extreme climate. Such climate is called what? Extreme climate. This is all about the distance from the sea, the places how it is getting hot and cold. Now comes to direction of the wind. Direction of wind, how the wind blows. Winds blowing from hot regions increase the temperature of the places. Because of the blowing of wind, what happens? The temperature increases, while those blowing from cold region decreases the temperature. See the differences. Then when we talk about Delhi is hot in summer due to the dry and then hot winds that blow from Rajasthan. During the summer it's very hot. What happens in winter? Cold winds from the Himalayas make northern India very cold. So Delhi is a very good example for summer very hot, winter very cold. And then the places near the coastal areas are moist and then cool. Okay, now we have to learn about humidity and rainfall. First of all, tell me students, what's the meaning of humidity? Humidity means moisture or water vapor present in the air. The moisture means the wetness and the water vapor which present in the air. The air that we breathe is both are there, moisture as well as water vapor. That is called humidity. Humid air causes rainfall. Because of humid air we receive rainfall. Places near the equator are very hot as I have told you and humid. Because of this we receive lot of rainfall, and the places mainly near the equator receive more rainfall as well as more hot. Okay, now we will know about heat zone. Now look at the board as I explain 3 types of heat zones around us. Now we will see about heat zones. There are 3 types of heat zones are there. The first one, torrid zone. The second one, temperate zone. The third one, freeze zone. Okay, we have 3 types of zones. Now so the last one is freeze zone. Now I will show your book and explain in each zones what are the changes that takes place. The first one is torrid zone. In torrid zones what happens? It is called torrid zone or the tropical zone. It lies both the side of the equator. Okay, in both the side of the equator it comes. Okay, and the places between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn it lies. Okay, even in this picture you can see that Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. So the torrid zone comes in the middle. The orange color is the torrid zones. What happened in these places? The climate is hot and humid throughout the year. Because why? The direct sun rays falls over it. As I have told you, right? The places near the equator get more sun rays. So torrid zones comes in this. So this receive more sun rays and the places are very hot. What about the next one? Temperate zone. Temperate zones areas lies between torrid zone and the freeze zones. Both in both the hemisphere are called what? Temperate zones. Now look at this picture as I show you. See, in north and south, the places near torrid, up and down. This both the green areas are called what? Temperate zone. What happened in these places? It is neither very cold, neither very hot, nor very cold. Mild climate. Here, as these zones are away from the equator and also from the poles, So these areas are going away from the equator. So this is not very cold, not very hot, mild climate. Okay, finally now we'll come to freeze zone. What happened in these areas? This lies between the Arctic Circle in the north and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere, South Pole in the southern hemisphere are the freeze zone. This zone receives slanting rays. I have showed you in the earlier picture the places. Some places in north and south receive slantingly receives the sun rays. It remains very cold throughout the year. So those places, this goes away from the sun rays, right? So those areas are very cold. See here, Arctic Circle, and down also Arctic Circle, north and south, and it is very cold throughout the year. Okay, this all students, when we discuss about the 5th lesson, we have completed. And thank you students for listening very carefully. We'll continue our next class in the next video. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.